All right, so this guy on TikTok says that you don't need to advertise except for the very early days of your business. Hard disagree, and I'm gonna show you why. Now, I run an advertising agency, so yeah, you could say I'm biased, but you could also just hear me out and go, well, maybe it's experience instead. But let's take a look at something that you can look at online yourself. All right, so if you take a look here inside of Facebook's ad library, which is a public place where you can go look at all the ads for whatever company. It's a transparency thing that Facebook launched a while back. You can see that this ad here for Air South Cooling and Heating and Plumbing launched on August 6, 2025, and it has been active since. There are probably ads that they have disabled, but the fact that these four at least are active since that date means they're probably having the desired effect or they're ignoring their marketing. Now, this company is huge. So if you take a look at all the ads that they have launched since then, there's a ton of them, okay? So that tells me that, hey, this big company who's very well established, they're still marketing. And if you look at other large companies, you will also see that they run ads. Ads of all different kinds of shapes and sizes and messaging to see what's going to work for the market. And all of that is just on Facebook. But what if we check Google? Let's go do that next. For those of you who don't know, Google also has a transparency center where you can look at all the ads that a company has launched. This will show you search ads, display ads. This will show you all sorts of things. And so this is a great place to go to for ideas and concepts, by the way. But you can see that they have launched just a ton of ads. And again, as you look through all these, you'll notice video and other things. But now I want to tell you why they're doing this. Let's talk about that. Okay, so advertising is an awareness game. It is the thing that keeps your company top of mind, right? So it's the reason why I advertise my own company. I know that I need to spend at least $1,000 to get a customer into my business. You're gonna have different metrics. You're a different kind of business. But what happens is when you run advertising, you boost the top of mind awareness. You boost the ability for the customer to recall you when they have a need, but you have to educate them of what you do and what that need would be. The minute that you stop advertising, that doesn't go away, which is nice, right? But it does decay. And so you need to keep the top of mind awareness up through consistency and spend consistency, so that way you're reaching the same audience the same number of times for a long time before you reach the tipping point where they have a need to actually use your services. And that's what happens with advertising. A lot of people don't spend on advertising like that, and all they're doing is lead generation, which means that they only reach the person who has a need right now, and it's in the most competitive zone. When you're doing things like what we saw in the transparency centers, you're going to create a whirlwind and a chatter and a general awareness around your company. And what that does is it draws and builds roads directly to you. Because realistically, we all know that Google is an extremely competitive and expensive place to be, both with SEO and PPC. But if you can get people to look to your company the minute that they see a need, well, then it's a way cheaper. You just have to be visible for your name, not for everything, right? So I want people to be seeking you out because you are so well known into the market that they can't ignore you. And they will not forget you because you keep talking to them. And this isn't only on digital advertising. This requires offline marketing as well. Billboards, mailers, door knocking, community events, all of it is part of the bigger mix. So I get a little passionate when people say advertising doesn't need to happen, as you can tell.